Hey, so Dan,
Hey, what's up?
I don't know if I've told you. Did you know my mom lives up in Washington? She moved up after I left high school.
Yeah, I've been talking to her since high school.
Not left high school?
Oh,
I guess I graduated high school. Anyways,
what was your mom's name?
Dave.
That's not real.
No, it's not. I don't know if she wants her name said on the air.
So how's Becky doing?
Her name's not Becky.
Okay.
That was Mom 3. That sounds worse than it is, but like my best friend in grade school, I always called her Mom number 3.
Gotcha. It's the only child syndrome.
Not my best
thing.
friend, but his mom. See.
So you're the only child, but you had like many parents.
Yes.
Awesome. Ooh, here's a session right there.
That's a lot. That's a lot to unpackage. But
anyways,
so she moved up to Washington, and in Washington, she lives right on the Strait of Juan de Fuca.
Really?
Yeah. Which is pretty cool because she, like, literally, you look out her backyard and it's water, and then it's Canada. And
can she see Ryan Reynolds from there?
probably, but his beauty is
Oh, you can't look directly at him.
present.
No, you can't look directly at him.
So, so she lives right across the water. And so from time to time, when I go up there, we'll go across and we go to the part that's across from her, which is Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And that had me thinking,
Oh,
I think I want to get international again.
our word's going to be international?
Well, no, the word's not going to be. I mean, the word that we're talking about isn't going to be the word international.
Is it Canadian? Is it Ryan Reynolds?
That's a name.
All right. Damn it.
No,
I was pretty excited.
It's not only going to be international, it's going to be a ultra flashback.
Oh, shoot.
We're going to the Victorian period.
Oh, my goodness. They had dinosaurs back then.
So get your steampunk styles ready
Ooh, I actually like steampunk.
because it's time for Saucebox.
Sauce what?
What?
Hang out with your sauce box?
Yeah. Wait,
Ooh.
did you say smallpox?
Hang out with your smallpox? Yeah, that podcast didn't last very long.
No.
No.
There are a lot of things passed around.
I can't wait.
So when I say Saucebox,
Yeah.
what do you think?
That
Other than you can't stop laughing.
sauce box makes me think, isn't that the name of the box Jack in the Box gives you to all the potheads and dirty hippie college kids who order food at like 3 a.m?
Is it? It should be. If it's not, I don't think that it is. Although now it gives me a whole different angle, which is I think that Jack in the Box should give you a box that has all of their different sauces in it, so that when you get chicken tenders or whatever, you can multi-dip.
Chick-fil-A should do that too.
The multi-dip. Wait, the multi.
There's a multi-universe for
of dips.
Yeah.
Multi-dip universe.
multi-dip first.
Dipshit universe. Anyway,
Yeah.
so no, it's not that box.
Okay.
You got anything else?
Sauce box. No, I've actually never heard this. It's the greatest word I've heard. Is it one word or two?
It's the greatest word I've heard today, but
Okay.
I also heard it a few days ago.
Okay. So we won't count those days.
I believe it's 2 words,
Okay.
or at least when I've seen it, it's been 2 words.
All right.
Now, there may be things I don't know about. There's
There's
a lot of things I don't know
Lots
about.
of things. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help them out.
Okay. So, Saucebox, contrary to my belief that it's no. Okay. So it is kind of the whole. So some people call getting sauced or getting drunk getting sauced.
Yes.
And so when I heard Saucebox, I did also assume mouth because it's where you pour the sauce.
Okay. It's kind of like pie hole.
Right.
Okay.
And so it does mean mouth. I think it's meant a little differently, like where you spit sauce out of. It's like, so I think that it's not so much that as it's the hole out of which you spit sauce, not like barbecue sauce, but like the hole that you use to be sassy or saucy.
Well, I was going to say I have 2 holes to do that, but let's.
Gross?
Yes. Very gross. But I was really popular
Also,
in
you
college.
should probably see a doctor.
Yes. I've been told that as well.
In fact, maybe a team of doctors,
Hey, built a team that can handle me.
hopefully led by a psychiatrist.
Like Doc from Back to the Future.
He's not a psychiatrist. You could have gone with Dr. Fraser Crane, soon making a comeback.
Is he?
Yep.
That dude's like 90.
I don't think he's 90.
He's like 89.
I also don't think that.
Okay.
I think that you probably don't remember that when they filmed Cheers, which was just the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
I think that even though he was balding, he was still in his 30s.
Yeah,
the time.
he just looked a lot older than he was. Yeah. And
So-
he has a great voice. I'd love to hear him say Saucebox.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to share a podcast with that guy.
Kelsey Grammer, wherever you are, just go ahead and record you saying Saucebox, and we will include it in a future episode.
Mm-hmm. And where can he send us money for that?
Ooh, good question.
He pays us for that, right?
Yes. Also, Kelsey, if you don't feel like saying it, you want to get David Hyde Pierce to say it. He also has a fantastic voice, and we'd be happy to hear him say Saucebox.
I don't want to start no shit, but I actually think I'd prefer David.
Well,
did I just start some shit?
No, I think we just need to cancel the podcast.
Okay.
Not because I'm saying that I don't like his voice better or worse. I'm just we were pitching to Kelsey, and now you're saying you'd rather have somebody else.
You pitched so well that you brought in somebody even better, who I actually really, really like.
You don't really, really like Kelsey Grammer?
I liked him. I like him as Frasier.
Were you mad when he cheated on Diane?
Weren't we all?
Sure. Yeah. I don't remember the lady in the Frasier show who played Roz, but I wonder if she's back. That was his assistant, right? Roz?
Yeah, on the radio show.
I think so.
But I love David. He's the voice of Abe in some of my favorite movies, Hellboy.
Oh.
And he just has that perfect tone for Saucebox. It would totally sound Victorian if he said it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just make it an open competition. How about you both record the word Saucebox?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll let our listeners decide which one sounds better.
And it won't take very long to figure that out because we have under a dozen listeners.
Yeah.
So it should only take a couple days to count them.
But I will say that they take a long time to vote, so it may take longer than it should, considering the sheer minimal number of listeners.
So maybe we just combine their voices for the ultimate voice.
Mm.
Ooh.
It'll be like the Voltron of voices.
I don't know if we could handle that. We throw in Morgan Freeman. Oh, shoot. Are we going to build a robot voice?
I wonder if we can get AI to create a voice combining all of the greatest voices of all time.
Oh, that might be dangerous. But back to Saucebox.
Sean Connery.
Oh, Jesus. See, we're building the ultimate Voltron voice. And then Optimus Prime. Peter Cullen.
Yeah. You might as well have just followed with Back to the Future.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't that, wasn't he?
Who?
I
Sean
don't know.
Connery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wait. Who?
Yeah, that's the one when he uses the dead body to chop
Neil
off other
deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Huh?
Oh. We're getting pretty good at this podcast and stuff.
Yeah, we totally stay on topic, which is what's key.
Yeah. We're not like little stray puppies who run off.
So how did you first hear about this word?
I guess you brought it up.
Today?
Yes.
That's not true.
It's true as my wife sent over a thing about Victorian slang, and there's a handful of really good words, but this one I think it slapped both of us.
It did.
It was it was weird that we both instantly were like Saucebox. Like, and we have all these current words that we're ready to go on, stuff we had in the pipeline, and then we immediately, when we find a word we love, it's like nope, screw it, we're doing this one, and that's what's happening right now.
It will for sure be our downfall, but that's okay.
We like pretty things.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the idea of seeing somebody in the Victorian era just chewing somebody's ass and like, shut your sauce box. Because it's like, I guess it's slang for your mouth. And I guess there's so many different ways, like someone running their mouth, you tell them to shut their sauce box, or, like you want them to shove something in their mouth. So
inappropriate.
Yeah. Well,
you meant like
food, or
right, like bangers and mash,
or like chloroform or something. Oh, what was it? What did I say?
Chloroform?
No,
chloroforms.
Yeah, I didn't say.
Hey, we already got to my Simpsons reference. That's fun.
Really?
Yeah, there's an episode where
there's a Victorian Simpsons.
No, but Homer goes to use chloroform, but he doesn't know that it's chloroform and not color forms. And so he puts color forms on the guy's face instead of knocking him out with chloroform.
Oh, God, that almost made me choke on my Mexican Coke. Oh. That is some clever ass writing right there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even have to. I haven't seen the episode, but I can see it in my mind.
Yeah.
This is the greatest. That's awesome. I almost want that as a screensaver.
It's golden. It is freaking fantastic.
Okay, so we know Victorian era. It meant your mouth, or a version of running your mouth, I guess, right?
Yeah, basically.
So I was going to look it up and see if there's a term that matches that today. And I like to use the UD, Urban Dictionary. Anybody who's listened to us should know that. So on Urban Dictionary, they have it as one word, saucebox.
Mm-hmm.
And now it refers to a saucy person who talks over others. And, or saucebox, otherwise known as a whore. A girl who sells her body to disgusting men. Nice.
I mean,
I could see
probably fairly popular in Victorian times, but not necessarily what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like to think I'm not like a male pig. And
I like to think that too. I'm generally wrong.
But like, and I would like to think that my first thought wouldn't be to think of a female's private parts as a sauce box.
Gross.
Yeah. But, I do listen to rap, so got that going for me.
What decade? The 60s? Did they even do rap back
No,
then?
the only good rap is the 80s and early 90s.
No, okay.
Yeah. If there isn't a run in their name or a doctor in front of his name, I don't want to hear it.
If you didn't go to 6 to 7 years of medical school to become a world-renowned rapper, we don't want to hear it.
Yep. And we are the authorities. Us two white men are authorities.
Unless potentially you're notorious for some reason. Or
no, you don't want to be notorious. You just get shot.
Oh, too soon, man.
Way too soon. Oof. I wonder if there's a version of oof in the Victorian era.
I said oof at least 4 times today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it all the time too.
Now I'm going to start saying, oof, watch your sauce box.
Yeah. You should drop sauce box at work. They'd probably be like, what did he just say to me? But you got to deliver it like totally dead dry.
And I have to deliver it soon because at some point we're going to publish this episode. And I actually have people that work for me that for some god awful reason listen to our podcast.
Because you're their boss and you make them.
No, but I should. But I guess I don't have to if they're already doing it. Well, only a couple of them do it. So I'll make the rest do it.
So whoever is working right now at Matt's work, are we allowed to say what it is?
I think we've said it multiple times, so I don't know why.
Okay, Walter Station Brewery. Anybody who's working there right now, who is listening to this, whether you're in back,
get back to work.
That wasn't real. That was
no, that was real. Get back to work if you're listening while you're working.
Okay, that's probably real. But I want you to stop what you're doing right now. Push pause on the podcast.
He wants you to stop what you're doing because he's about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
Mm-hmm. And then you can go wherever you're. I don't know if you're working in back or if you're working in front, but jump on one of the picnic tables and scream, "I love Hoso," and then go back in and listen to the rest of the podcast.
Also, if it disturbs any of our guests' experience, you're fired.
No, you're going to get a raise.
Yeah, the raise will be that they'll be higher up because they'll be standing on a table.
Yeah, so right there, it's already locked in, boys and ladies.
That's no extra money. That just means you're higher.
That sounds like it's extra money to me.
It's not extra money.
I'm pretty sure it can. He's just a co-host. He doesn't even have the power to fire. He needs my signature on that.
The worst part is you'll do that, and I'll say, "Shut your sauce box and get off that goddamn table."
Which is awesome because that's the one thing Walter Station needs is more dramatic theater. And seeing that in person would be the best.
You know what? You're not wrong. That is the one thing that we need more of. Dramatic theater.
But how awesome would that be? They'd be like, this place is crazy. I cannot wait to come here. And this is happening on a Tuesday. Right?
Also, what is this hoso they speak of?
So I don't know. I'm enjoying this word. I like it. I like saucebox.
Yeah.
I want to bring this kicking and screaming into the now.
Into the now.
Into the now. That was going to be the title of our podcast, wasn't it?
Was it?
No, I don't know. Should be.
Into the now. Wayne's World?
Was that in Wayne's World? That might have been. Maybe I stole that and I don't even realize I stole it. I haven't watched Wayne's World in a while.
No, it's not into the now. It's live in the now.
Live in the now. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, that's Garth. He'll say that. You got to live in the now, man.
He says it, but it's in response to something very specific. And this is
Yeah.
going to wreck my brain. And we're going to sit here for as long as we need to until I get there. Oh, it's about the guitar.
Oh yeah, when he's like, I must have it.
You're never going to afford it, man. Live in the now.
Live in the now. Oh. Anyways, go see Wayne's World. I think they say Saucebox in it.
Yeah, you might not have to go anywhere to see it. Just, stream it or something.
All right. So what do you think about the difference
Right
between...
before he plays Stairway to Heaven, and then the salesman points at the sign that says no stairway. Which is funny because it also, I think, was a one-story music shop. So by definition, it did have no stairway.
He's way too literal on everything. So what are your thoughts on the difference in what Saucebox originally meant and what it means now?
My thoughts are the difference is that we are a vulgar society these days, and we will take every opportunity to make a term about much worse than it needs to be.
About sex or farts, right?
Sometimes sex and farts.
Yep.
But
they call that the poop culture.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because I used to be a pop culture aficionado.
Oh,
but now I'm a poop culture aficionado.
That's kind of funny now when you say it that way.
See, I'm technically the funny one on this podcast.
I don't think you made that up on your own.
What do you mean?
Why is it every Messersmith that's in front of me has to tell me that they're the funny one?
Because, well, usually I don't have to. You're usually too busy laughing when you're in front of me.
How many times have you ever seen me like truthfully laugh?
At me? Tons. I love when you laugh for real.
In general.
And it's like one of my favorite things. It's my favorite thing on this. Okay, we're not even talking about the word anymore. My favorite thing on this podcast is making you laugh for real. Because the times it's happened, it's the best.
Yeah.
Because he's like this giant teddy bear of...
Because every once in a while he's funny, but most of the times he thinks he's funny.
When I'm funny, though, I get him good. And you have to know him. He like even when he finds stuff really funny, he doesn't laugh. He does the whole that's funny. And he gets a nice grin, or you'll see him nod his head like to something that normal people will laugh at. So if he starts laughing, it's a big deal.
It's like seeing the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
It's like watching Bigfoot cross.
Is that what that's like?
Yeah, you're not sure if you're ever going to see it. When you do.
The moment I knew this podcast was going to work with him as my partner is when I brought up a bucktooth shark, and we sat in here and laughed for about 25 minutes. I shit you not.
We would have already recorded 2 more episodes by now, if not for laughing so long that time that we had to quit and start again another day.
And I think we actually kept laughing about that joke on 2 or 3 episodes. So you'll hear me bring up a bucktooth shark for no reason in an episode. And that's why, because it bled into other episodes.
No offense, Logan Couture.
But anyway, back on track to Saucebox.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought this word in.
I am also glad that I brought this word in because it's fun. And I think that one of the gifts that we should be providing via this podcast is not just teaching people about the new terrible slang terms that we've come to know and hate, but also, maybe resuscitating some that have been gone for a long time, or bringing some in that are more of that international flavor where all of a sudden it creates a dynamic where we can be more conversational with more people in our lives.
I think you could use this one now, currently, and it would catch on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the dirty version. I think this could catch on as something, at least for fun, at least for a hot minute. Like it deserves its 15 minutes. And I can't believe I didn't even think about this, but Saucebox.
I can't believe you didn't either.
Band name right there. It just took the lead for band name.
Sure.
Yeah. Saucebox with the new album Chimichanga, and lead single will be
the new single Enchilada Style.
We can go with that.
All right.
Chipotle. What? You know what? I can't say it again. Someone will steal it.
Yeah, I don't even know that you said it the first time.
Chipotle. Come on, say it.
That was dumb.
No.
Is that what you were looking for me to say?
But you say that to like a third of the things I say. So
yeah, so I just assume that more than a third of the time, that's what you're looking for me to say.
So Chipotle with ho in the middle of it.
What?
Chipotle.
Well, where's the T?
What? The T's silent.
In what language?
Chipotle. Do you say the T in Chipotle?
In Chipotle? Yes.
No, Chipotle. This is another snuffleupagus.
Yes, it is, in the sense that you're wrong about it.
I'm not wrong about Saucebox.
I didn't take 4 years of Spanish to just now find out that apparently the T is not pronounced in words.
Sure it is.
I guess that makes my name Maeo.
So you say tsunami?
And even worse, it makes my dad's name Moao.
Moao. That's our lead single off Saucebox.
Did you just compare it to tsunami? As if tsunami somehow a Spanish word?
Has a giant ass T in front of it that's silent. This is like you and the whole Countach thing.
It has a T.
Where like you don't understand how the CH works.
Contact.
Cac. Yeah, it's got the K. Have to go into this again?
Yeah. Apparently we do.
Like Mach 2 and character.
I was so excited that you said something closely resembling Chipotle because I was going to go into the old Jack in the Box commercial that was freaking fantastic.
Jack in the Box will steal this if they hear me say Chipotle.
They might, because it's so dumb that it would make for a really good commercial.
Yeah. And it's got a double entendre in there because Chipotle sounds like you're saying that Chipotle sauce is so good. It's like the Holy Spirit.
The what sauce?
Chipotle.
The what sauce?
Yeah.
Where's the T?
There's no T. Because there's a hoe in the middle of it.
Much like Kermit, I am currently searching for the T.
Is that why you're looking at me like that?
I don't understand why you're just leaving out the T.
It's the lazy eye.
It's not silent.
Silent? It's totally silent.
So they were bringing out a new sandwich that had chipotle sauce on
Nobody says chipotle.
I will every time now, just to overemphasize the fact that you're forgetting.
Oh, I can't wait till we go to Chipotle's and you order Chipotle.
Anyways, so they try to explain to him what the pepper is, and he has a tough time saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And he says 3 different ways. The only 2 ways that I ever remember are chipotle and chipoodle.
I remember chipoodle. How do you chipotle? Is that how you say
Chipotle.
Chipotle. That's not any better than Chipotle.
It has at least 1 T.
Holy mole. Chipotle, holy mole.
There used to be a restaurant. There might still be a restaurant in Long Beach that was called Holy Moly. But, well, Holy Mole.
Yeah, I think it's still there because we I want to say we walked by that. It was like 2 years ago. 3 years ago? 3 years ago. I love
Holy Mole. Also, Tyler's been saying Holy Mole a lot. I think it's like a TikTok trend or something.
Now she'll say Chipotle mole.
She probably won't.
Why not?
Because Chipotle.
So anybody who's working at the brewery today, cut out all your T's for the rest of the day and just see what happens. It'll be amazing.
Great. I'm gonna have
it's not great. It's gray.
Now I'm gonna have people with.
They're gonna call you Ma. Hey Ma, I love it. We can end this podcast.
That's another good Simpsons reference.
Hey Ma.
It's in the 22 short stories about Springfield, and it's the part that's about Cletus, slack-jawed yokel.
Cletus.
And he had just finished, so he's talking to Brandine, his wife, and she goes, he finds a pair of like shitty work boots. He goes, hey Brandine, you mind could wear these to your job interview? She responds with, and scuff up the topless dancing runway? Nah, you best bring them back where from you got them. And he says, back you go to waits for a woman of less discriminating tastes. But then as it's finishing that little vignette, he's on top of a pole, like a electrical pole, and he goes, hey, I can see my ma from up here. Hey Ma, get off the dang roof.
Can you squeeze a sauce box into your Simpson memories?
No.
Didn't think so.
No, because it's, well, I mean, they probably should use it. I feel like it's the kind of term that
Grandpa might have said once.
maybe
I think there's a good chance of that.
when he was talking about
Anything.
5 Bs for a quarter, you'd say.
All right, so this has been a fun flashback, ultra flashback episode, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's new. So
This is such a flashback that Doc had traveled back and created a time traveling train and was in love with a woman named Clara Barton.
she had a hell of a sauce box on her.
She did have a sauce box on her. She probably got that from Ted Danson. Hey, we are all the way back to,
Cheers, my friend.
well, I was going to say to Dr. Fraser Crane, apparently.
Yeah. I think Kelsey Grammer had the record for playing the same character for the longest time because he had, what, the 10
Which also crazy.
years or something on that thing.
He's been the same character for the longest period on TV, and also has been a voice actor on the longest running show on TV.
Voltron?
No, The Simpsons.
Oh, nobody watched that.
Yeah, nobody's ever seen any of his Sideshow Bob episodes.
That is a pretty good voice. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to circle back around to that whole, let's build a voice, Voltron voice. Oh,
I think what's going to happen, though, is just like anything, when you try to make the perfect thing, it turns out terrifying.
yeah, it won't be. It'll sound like, I don't know.
We're not going to end up with Kelly LeBrock.
They have like Adam Sandler instead. I'll be like, damn it. Just cancels everything out.
Yeah.
It's like when Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt hooked up and they started having babies. It was either going to come out the most beautiful thing that's ever been born, or it was going to be the opposite.
Or Weapons Grade Fear Factor.
Yep. Pretty much. Came out pretty beautiful, though.
They did. Good for you guys.
Yeah. Hell of a sauce box on Brad Pitt.
Are you saying that in a complimentary way?
He's got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
I think we should end the episode on a pretty mouth.
Oh, okay. That's a weird way to end the episode.
That is a really weird way. So how should we end this episode? With some free Chipotle with a new Chipotle sauce.
Let's not end it with that now. What is one actor, actress, famous person that you can think of in history that you would refer to their mouth as a sauce box based on the definition we've given it?
We gave it two different definitions. So we gave it the naughty definition,
the proper Victorian definition.
So did you ask me for female or male?
Any.
Oh, mouth as weapon? I can't think of anybody that's better than Eminem. That dude will slice and dice you.
That is not where I was going to go.
Well, who else has got a better mouth weapon?
I think I was about to go Lucille Ball.
She's got a mouth weapon?
Yes.
Pac-Man.
I think you're hearing what I'm saying possibly incorrect.
All right.
Because if that was the case, then you could talk about the dogs that had bees in their mouth, and when they barked, they shot bees.
What about the sharks with laser beams? Oh, no, they didn't come in out of their mouth. They came out of their head.
Yep.
All right. So bees trump sharks?
Bees.
Or dogs with bees?
Dogs with bees. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Sharks with laser beams on their heads.
It depends on how
tough.
It depends on how accurate they are with the lasers. Because if they're really accurate with
That's
the lasers,
the scary part. They're not. They're going to just kill everything.
So they're like stormtroopers, but sharks.
Yes.
Okay. See, because what I was going to say is with the dogs with the bees is the bees, once they come out of the mouth, it's who knows what's going to happen.
I ain't going to be there. That's what's going to happen.
You know, make honey. They're going to sting the shit out of you.
Okay,
but
so
it ain't going to be in a straight line. That's for sure.
What about Lucille Ball? Why would you pick Lucille Ball?
Because she always had the smart ass thing to say.
Yeah, I could see that.
And
But
she sort of originated that. Like, I think that you can come forward and then all of a sudden you have Ryan Reynolds and you have Paul Rudd and you have
well, and if you say in the female realm, you have like right now, like Chelsea Handler.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess, yeah, if you were to track that back. Yeah.
I'm sure there was probably somebody that you could pick before her, but
probably like one of the old black and white movie stars that would have said something that I can't remember. I could see like a picture.
Groucho Marx.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a pretty actress.
I don't know all about all that. I do know that he once found an elephant in his pajamas.
Elephant in Our Pajamas. That's a band name. No, that should be the name of the album. Or when we take this on the road and we tour, Elephant in our pajamas.
How are we going to fill that room of 12 seats?
Hmm?
Now recording live at Washington Elementary School.
Manager's going to be like, no.
Multi-purpose room.
Room's too big. We need a smaller room. Smaller room.
All right. Now recording from Washington Elementary School, room 12. 30 seats is still too much. You got smaller?
Broom closet. Just take the brooms out. But no, you can leave one of the brooms in.
We need at least one fan.
Yeah. We got that going for us because we know that one fan's at your work.
Standing on tables.
Give next time you catch somebody listening, you just run up and give them a big old kiss on the mouth. And you say thank you.
Listen, we need more listeners. If you are saying this, that means you're threatening that I will do that.
No, only the people who work with you.
No, that's
you
what
won't just do this to regular listeners.
Right. But what I'm saying is that people that work with / for me will stop listening if they're worried that is possibly going to happen when I find them listening, which means we go from 12 listeners down to 11.
Well, no, they're always worried because you just usually do it. But now they have a reason. You have a reason to do it. So
I don't usually do it.
That's what the restraining order was about. I've seen it.
If there was a restraining order, then I wouldn't be able to work at work.
I don't know. I'll look into that.
Listen, it's math. Just do the math.
Again, I was told there's no math on this podcast.
Yeah, you were told that, but you were lied to.
By who?
Everyone you know.
Okay. So
but mostly me.
So you? Okay. That checks. I love our flashback episodes. I always say that. But I really do. And this one put a little extra spice on it. So, Saucebox, you rule.
I have a soft spot for Saucebox.
I would say that too, but I know I will stumble over it. Can you say that in a British accent? A Victorian British accent.
I'm surprised I said it right the first time.
Can you do it again?
No.
Go for it. And I'll do Chipotle. I'll do it in my Australian accent.
No, you won't.
Sure, I will.
No, you won't.
I think by now this is going to be like our 30-something episode. You probably just wait on my
We were going to keep
Australian
listening to them, but some idiot kept doing a terrible Australian accent. And I had to stop listening.
Dude, I'm probably huge in New Zealand right now.
Those people aren't that tiny. I'm huge in Japan.
No, everything's
Those
huge.
people are tiny.
Everything's huge in Japan. Especially Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Anyway, Slangers, stop using T's. Use Saucebox a little more. And wait for our Hangout with Your Slangout t-shirts with official Chipotle.
I would just make t-shirts that say shut your Saucebox. I couldn't do it.
He couldn't pull off. Hashtag Saucebox.
Soft spot for Saucebox.
Closer. Okay, here, you ready?
I have a soft spot for Saucebox.
Why is your voice getting softer?
Because I have to. Otherwise,
it's like romantic.
I have to. Otherwise, I can't do the.
You can do it. You got to believe in yourself. Like, watch this. G'day, mate. Chipotle. Did that sound Australian or did that sound Australian?
Is there a third option?
Yeah. Did that sound Canadian?
It sounded closer to that.
Well, so I can put Canadian on my list now. So that's Australian. I got the British accent.
Only if you can tell me what they call a $2 coin.
A Ryan Reynolds.
Nope.
They call it a RR.
No.
A doozy?
Mm-mm.
Well, we better wrap this up. I think I need to handle a doozy.
Oh. So you don't want to know the answer then?
Yeah, we all want to know answers. Pins and needles.
Call it toonie.
What?
There's a $1 coin is called a loonie because it's got
two is toonie
on it. So a $2 piece is called a toonie. Is there anything about the Canadians I don't like? No. Their national anthem is fantastic. Their money has fun names.
That is fun. Not as fun as Saucebox.
Universal healthcare. Birthplace of hockey. They've got a lot going for them, which is nice.
Can people hear this in Canada?
Hilarious Canadian comedians. Hilarious Canadian musicians.
And actors and everything.
I guess I shouldn't say hilarious Canadian musicians at some point. Alanis or
Brian and Brent Amsey kick in this door
and
and frickin' he's going to run to you all over the place. He's going to be on Summer 69, bitch.
That's not how Star 69 is supposed to work.
Gonna need a new co-host. Have a seat, Brian. Sing something for the listeners.
Well, Dan tells me that it's time for him to shut his sauce box, so I guess it's time for us to go.
And by that time, I mean, by that time, he's holding my lips, by the way. By him saying that means I can't speak no more.
I can't wait till we have video so that everybody can see that you are a horrible, horrible liar.
What are you talking about?
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Matt.
And I'm a really good liar. I'm Dan.
Get out there and run those sauce boxes, people. Tell people what you're thinking and run real quick in case it's something that they don't like. You can find us wherever you find your podcasts. And probably even some places you don't find your podcasts. We don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, don't look over there.
This was Hangout
with your Slang out.
Ultra Flashback episode.
Cheers, one of the best shows ever on TV.
Ever.
Yeah. Not a bad thing in Cheers at all.
No.
Nope.
We have a regular at work that looks kind of like, not kind of like, nearly exactly like Carla's husband, Nick, in Cheers. And it freaks me out every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he get the reference?
Because, I don't tell him that.
Oh, you don't?
No, because, yeah, but he was not a good looking guy. And
but he'll know that.
And I'm afraid to insult this man because he gives us money.
Okay. So just bring up the whole Chipotle stuff before you tell him.
Yeah, that'll help.
I'll smooth a ride on it.
Or probably not.